Hello everybody, how are you guys doing? Welcome to another video reaction. And I'm back, guys. Sorry for the long, or rather I should say longer wait between this Game of Thrones reaction. COVID got me. I'm one of the few motherfuckers that got COVID in 2024. Like, what the fuck? Can't we just leave that at 2020 and 2021 max? Like, what is COVID doing here at 2024? But anyways, guys, I am much better and able to record again finally. But yeah, guys, we've left off in a very exciting place in this season. I'm especially excited to see what happens with Dany and Jon Snow right now. Both of them are, again, for Daenerys this is the second time, for Jon Snow is the first time this season, but they're again free from their quote-unquote shackles. Two of my favorite characters, two characters that I think are going to be the main focus of the show as we move towards the latter parts of it. And I'm really excited to just watch some Game of Thrones again. It's been a bit, and you really do miss the show when you don't watch it for a while. I'm gonna skip the long intro this time and jump right back into it. I'm super eager to just go right back into the world. But before we do that though, I'd like to give a special shout out to Chaklof, Irene AK, Archangel, Berry Switch, Mama Cat, Heather, Nettles, and I Like to Stay Home for being Patreons of the channel. Your support is greatly appreciated. If anybody else would like to join my Patreons for full-length reactions and also extra exclusive content, you can find a link to that in the description box below. With all that being said, let's not waste any more time and jump right into episode 5, guys. Let's go. I think this episode was called The Door. Maybe they're gonna talk about the black and white door or whatever. Maybe it's metaphorical and there's no actual door. Or maybe it's the door that we haven't seen yet. Which seal is that? Is that from the Veil? Is that Baelys' seal?
Sansa.
Yep. We have a bodyguard now.
For the Knights of the Veil to come to your aid. They're encamped at Moat Cailin as we speak.
To come to my aid.
Yeah, we don't need any of your aid, Snake.
Did you know about Ramsay?
He did.
If you did know, you're my enemy.
Exactly.
Would you like to hear
Thank you
about
for
what
thinking
he
logically, Sansa.
did? What do you think he did to me?
Beat you.
Yes, he enjoyed that. What else do you think he did?
Sansa, I don't...
What else?
A horrible mistake. I underestimated a stranger.
Fuck you, Snake.
The other things he did, ladies aren't supposed to talk about those things, but I imagine brothel keepers talk about them all the time.
I'm so sorry.
Look at Baelys trying to pretend that he has
I
emotions.
will.
Able to protect yourself if I tell Brienne to cut you down.
Let's try it.
Why
Brienne?
shouldn't I?
The sword.
You freed me from the monsters who murdered my family. And you gave me to other monsters who murdered my family.
Yes.
Go back to
That's
your
exactly what he did.
You allow me to say one more thing before I go.
Don't allow him to say one more thing.
Your great uncle, Brendan, the Blackfish, has gathered what remains of the Tully forces and retaken River Run. The time may come when you need an army loyal to you.
I have an army.
Your brother's army. Half-brother.
The fuck is that supposed to mean? You reptile? Now that Arya can see, you're in big trouble, girl. Well, never mind. Ooh, yes. She didn't really need to do that, but it looked cool. What, are we gonna use our fists? Ooh. Okay, this girl might be a bit more elite than I gave her credit for. This is some cool choreo. Ooh, ooh. Arya, fight back! That was some cool choreography.
You'll never be one of us, Lady Stark.
You don't stop with this. What's your two's relationship like? Is he jealous because he found Arya? Because she was like his only apprentice?
Born to lords and ladies. She performs at the theatre in Shiva Square.
What did she do?
A girl has been given a second chance. One way or another, a face will be added to the hall.
Either her face or the girl that is asked to kill. What did the actress do that she's... I guess we're about to find out.
Great big
Robert's death?
He dug in his tusks. No more.
Is that Joffrey?
Come, father, in bed.
It's such an accurate depiction of Joffrey though. Why is it so accurate?
You swine, Cersei, more wine.
And
Is
our
that the
son
actress?
alone on that cold, cold throne. Without
They did Tyrion so dirty.
What's happened here then? Because you're the brightest fellow in the land. You should be king of us all, and I should be your hand.
I know. And here, I know.
We don't stand for this Arya. We don't stand for this Ned slander or this Tyrion slander, if we're being honest. I'm only here for the Joffrey slander.
The proper progression.
What's that mean?
The lawful ascension.
What's that mean?
Save my father. Truly you should.
They're really going all out with this. We're seeing the whole fucking depiction again. The PTSD is hitting.
Worry not. All
My
is
poor
well. I
child,
have
man.
here a decree.
What the fuck?
It's a wart. 2 warts. I've got 2 fucking warts on my cock.
Like, right in front of the lens too. No warning at all.
I had
Your talent and your filthy mind.
the girl will poison the rum. Lady Crane is the only one who drinks it.
Okay, so the one that plays Cersei, I assume?
She's a good actress.
So a man has heard.
She seems like a decent woman.
Does death only come for the wicked and leave the decent behind?
Oh, so she hasn't done anything, so we're just killing
dead.
people.
That does not matter. The price was paid.
Who is this man? Hold on. White Walkers were created by the children of the forest?
We were at war. We were being slaughtered. Our sacred trees cut down. We needed to defend ourselves.
This makes sense, actually.
From you.
From you. This makes sense, actually.
From men.
You know what, children of the forest? Good on you. For defending yourselves. Okay, so we found out where the White Walkers come from. And it makes perfect sense, too.
We are a sea people. Our god is a sea god. When I
Your
am
god
queen,
drowned.
we will
Your
build
god
a
sucks.
fleet that
You cannot be
I am
queen.
not finished.
Yes, you are. A woman will not lead us.
By the way, guys, I said in the previous episode about Yara how much I despise her for her actions towards Theon. To anybody
Greyjoy.
that has something to say
Last living
about
son.
my opinions on characters, please take into account that my opinions are my opinions and are not going to change. If you guys really don't like it, it's okay, but
She is a reaver.
you're not gonna change my opinions on the characters.
She is ironborn. This is our queen.
Do you see, Yara, how siblings are supposed to act towards one another?
I'm Euron Greyjoy.
Yes,
I claim the Salt Throne.
claim it! I might start pissing people off when it comes to Yara. I'm not gonna lie.
Nephew.
When did you return, Uncle?
A few days ago. I had some things to take care of. Long overdue.
Now I know what my first act as queen will be. To execute the man who killed my father.
I killed him.
Wasn't that a
Drove
good
right
thing?
over a rope bridge and watched him fall. He was leading us nowhere. And we would
True.
still be heading there if it weren't for me. He led us into 2 wars we couldn't win. I apologize to you all for not killing him years ago.
You were gone. Yara was here.
I'm so glad that Theon has his
Bleeding
voice back.
Ironborn, getting ready to
I'm
bring
so
us
glad.
back to glory.
I'm so glad, I'm so happy.
And how will she do that? And across the sea, there is a person who hates the great lords of Westeros just as much as we do.
Dany?
Someone with a large army.
Dany?
3 large dragons. And no husband. I'm going to build that fleet. Give it to Daenerys Targaryen along with
Okay, my
big
friend.
cock.
Okay,
You're
listen.
going to seduce
I'm
the
gonna
dragon
skip over
queen.
that comment about my queen, and I'm going to just say, if you want to give us the ships, we'll take them.
I paid the iron price, and here I stand.
Yeah, he wiped your speech all the way out, Yara. I'm sorry. He was way more convincing. And he's a Daenerys fan, so I'm his fan.
Let the old Euron drown. Let his lungs fill with seawater.
So are they leaving in a hurry because he was going to execute her? And him for standing with her?
Eat the scales off his eyes.
What if he's dead? Then what? Have you thought this through? How many great leaders you lost doing this shit? That's why your god drowned. Wait, is he dead? Fuck, I would have laughed my ass out the door.
Where are my niece and nephew? Let's go murder them.
I knew it.
Man bending planks. I want every woman spinning flax for sails. Build me 1,000 ships, and I will give you this world.
My queen! By the way, 1,000 ships, how much would it take for them to build 1,000 ships? They don't seem like there are too many men on the Iron Islands. That might take you years, my guy. Have you thought the logistics through? My queen! I've missed you.
Missed you. Twice.
You did? What's going on with this?
You came back.
Twice.
Twice. And you saved my life.
He did. And you're a reasonable person, Danny?
So I can't take you back. And I can't send you away.
Oh.
Send me away.
He's going to show her? Okay, I was not expecting this. I thought it was gonna be like something he hid for the longest time. Look at how much she cares for him, man.
I don't know that either. I'll end things before that.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Don't be. All I've ever wanted was to serve you.
Oh my god, why did I get emotional so much for this? What the fuck? Wait.
I'll always love you.
Boy. She's not gonna let him leave.
Do not walk away from your queen, Jorah the Andal.
I would have run back so fast.
You swore to obey my commands for the rest of your life. Well, I command you to find the cure.
What a
I
beautiful
command you to heal
command.
yourself.
What a beautiful command you just gave
And then
him.
return to me. When I take the 7 kingdoms, I need you by my side.
Man! How beautiful is it when characters have like compassion, understanding, and like actual like love towards others. That was such a beautiful scene. They both acted the fuck out of that scene too. So happy for Jorah, and I hope that he does find a fucking cure.
Our queen has an even better story. Mother of dragons, breaker of chains, all that.
The people know who brought them freedom.
A lot of
Yes,
titles.
do they...
That's not our 150 years old grandma, is it? Oh, that's a
Sure.
different one. That's a different one. That's a different one. They all wear the same dress.
We'd hope that we could somehow persuade you to...
You don't need to persuade me. Daenerys Stormborn is the one who was promised. From the fire she was reborn to remake the world.
Is she the one that has the right prophecy? I was saying that it's
She has
probably
freed the
Dany
slaves
all
from their
along.
chains and Daenerys has been sent to lead the people against the darkness. In this war, and in the great war still to come.
A man named Stannis Baratheon was anointed as the chosen one by one of your priestesses. Last I'd heard, he'd been defeated again, this time at Winterfell, and this time for good. Everything is the Lord's will.
I feel like Varys
Everything is
has
the Lord's will.
some pent up hatred
Even
for
honest
fanatics.
servants of the Lord. Knowledge has made you powerful. But there's still so much you don't know.
This is the greatest insult to Varys ever.
You heard a voice call out from the flames. Do you remember? Tell you what the voice said. Should I tell you the name of the one who spoke?
We've had horrible precedents with Red Woman. I am very eager to subscribe to the Dany is the Chosen One rumors, though. I don't care. I don't care. I already subscribed since season 1. I was subscribed to that. I've been knew that. I could have told you that myself. I should just do a reaction with a red cloak next time, because I prophesized it way before any of them bitches. Okay, this is some of the darkest lit scenes I've ever seen. Why is it so dark? I can barely see Bran. Also, it's interesting now that I kind of remembered. This season has nothing to do with the books, so the whole idea that the Children of the Forest were the one that created the White Walkers just totally made up, I guess. Also, it was very interesting how he was at that dream world, but the Children of the Forest were able to see him and speak to him and interact. And he was able to interact with them. Hello! Do you need directions? Ramsay Bolton is that way. And Pycelle is right about that way, south. And if you have time, I can also direct you to where a snake is located. Other than that, I'm just passing through, you know. I enjoy taking walks in very low temperatures. Don't mind me, I'm just an observer of culture. You seem to have a very interesting culture here, guys. Why does he look like Tywin, though? He's gonna be behind him, right? Yep.
Touched you.
Huh?
You're here. He'll come for you.
But he can't get in.
He can now.
The Umbers and the Karstarks
are with
have already declared for the Boltons, so we're not doing so well there.
The Umbers gave Rickon to our enemies. They can hang.
I may not know the North, but I know men.
Mm-hmm.
They're more or less the same in any corner of the world, and if Jon's going to convince them to fight alongside him,
look at it.
Believe it's a fight they can win.
See, I'm catching up.
There are more than 3 other houses in the north. Glover, Mormont,
getting familiar, you know.
Kerwin,
giving you guys what
Mason,
you want.
Hornwood. We can start small and build.
For the Stark name, people will still risk everything for it, from White Harbor to Ramsay's own door.
But Jon doesn't have the Stark name.
No, but I do.
Haven't you been hearing her speak like a queen?
Jon
this
is
whole
every
time?
bit as much Ned Stark's son as Ramsay is Roose Bolton's.
That wildling fellow with the beard.
Jon isn't Tormund. Jon isn't Davos or the Red Woman or Stannis for that matter. Jon is Jon.
By the way, shout out to you guys.
My
Let me
brother.
know that he was hitting on Brienne and eyeing her. I didn't even notice it. Tormund, that is.
I made it like the one Father used to wear. As near as I can remember.
Thank you, Sansa.
You're welcome.
This episode is hitting me in the feels. Now I see it. She's being a bit, you know, obvious about it this time. Look at it.
Don't knock it down while I'm gone.
Ah, I forgot. He's the commander right now.
Good luck.
Look at it. Let's go, Ed. I see you. We are about to see Jon leave the Night's Watch. I've been waiting for this since season 1. Who the fuck are you, man?
Close the gate, Lord Commander.
I'm not the Lord Commander.
Just hit him?
Yeah.
Ed, you're gonna need to be better than that.
Close the bloody gate.
What happened? The temperature drop. Oh, fuck. Yeah, no, Children of the Forest, undo this. Undo this. Y'all did this, now undo this. Undo this, do something. I don't know what you can do, but you must be able to do something.
Hodor.
Bran, wake up!
What are you guys doing? This is not the time to reminisce. Do this do anything to them? We've seen them walk through fire before. Yep. But the rest of the army... fire can stop. Okay. Good to know. Yeah, there we go.
Brad, you have to wake up. We need Hodor.
Hodor.
Brad, we need Hodor.
Hodor, snap out of it, please.
Hodor.
Now.
Listen to your friend, Brandon. Hodor.
Hold up. What was that spear made out of? She killed the White Walker now. There's 3 people who have killed White Walkers in the show. Did they just kill his direwolf? Was that the sound of his direwolf dying? My poor direwolf babies.
Leave me.
What the fuck? Is she going to sacrifice herself? Please tell me these were not the last children of the forest. Is that the door? Hodor. My god, how many of them? The visual on that was crazy. They were literally all over the walls. Hold the door? Because it sounds like Hodor? Wait, that's what happened to him? Okay, D&D is taking some real liberties, I assume, with this. Or is that from the book? You guys told me they no longer follow anything from the book. Wait, does Hodor die here? This is insane. This is insane! Whoever came up with this? Who came up with this? That's so... Did Hodor know? Was Hodor seeing that? Was he seeing everything that was happening? Or did he just blank out? And then the only thing he could say was Hodor? Cause I can take this in so many different ways. Yo, if they came up with this themselves... Listen, if they came up with this on their own, this is some very imaginative writing. I give them major props for this writing. That was insane. So yes, that begs the question. Did he know that he was just... This was how he dies? Like, it's so dramatic in both scenarios. If he knew or even if he didn't know, both of the scenarios are just sad. I'm guessing it would be better if he didn't know, because that would have just been fucked up for him. Now I'm trying to think, I'm trying to go back in my head, if whenever Hodor was just cowarding away in corners, if it was a situation where he thought that it was gonna be the situation that he envisioned, where he dies, if he did know, if Hodor in the past saw himself getting killed like that by holding the door, and I'm trying to think of the situations where Bran had to intervene and move Hodor to act. If there was a possible scenario where he was imagining was once when they were in the tower when Jon and the wildlings surrounded them. I guess there's a door there somewhere, right? The entrance to that tower. Then it was when they were in Craster's place. But there was no door where they were keeping Bran though. So maybe I'm just thinking too much into this. Again, and this is the version where I'm assuming he knows that it's coming. In a situation where he doesn't know, it's just as fucked up, I guess. That for the remainder of his life, it was just the only thing that could come out of his mouth up until that moment. That was such a loopy, fucked up arc for Hodor. Man, R.I.P. to one of the sweetest, if not the sweetest soul in the show. Along with Syrin. Man, what a fucked up life to live. I'm guessing it would be better to not know, right? Because it's like he at least lived as carefree, I guess, as he could up to this point. What's horrible now is that he's gonna come back as a White Walker or like one of those dead things. I'm not looking forward to having to see him like that. Man, it was sad, but I'm like so stuck on like the idea of it that it's like I'm impressed with whoever did that. Like, I don't know why, it was just the concept of this, like you being mentally traumatized by your own future death in that way somehow, like. And again, I don't know, like if he knew that it was coming or if it just hold the fuck on. Hold on. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I just realized it. I just realized what happened. I'm so stupid. He had the gift. I'm forgetting what they're called. The gift that Bran has. That the other dude had. Where he can travel through time. And he, Hodor, the past version of Hodor, transported to Hodor's body and saved them. Because Bran was there. Bran was in that time and in that realm. That was not Bran who did it. It wasn't Bran who did it. It was Hodor. But the young version of himself used his gift to travel to the future to save Bran, and he saw himself die. What the fuck? Yeah, this is brilliant writing. This is brilliant writing. I'm gonna be honest. This is so good. This was so... Wow. Wow. I'm stuck on this. I don't think I'm gonna be able to... So he knew all along he was gonna die there. I'm assuming. I'm guessing. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. One of the most impactful scenes in the whole show for me right here. It's just because of like... Who thought of that? The implications of... What? Hodor's life was just so unique. I guess that's what it comes down to. His existence after that was just must have been just so uniquely different from everybody else. And it also gave us the thing that is like, so they are able to also go in the future, in their future version of themselves. Maybe that's where Bran might go. That might be where Bran might need to go in the future to save the world. That's so interesting. That adds a whole new element to the whole storyline. Wow. Wow. Oh wow. I can talk about this for the entire post-reaction. It just threw me for a fucking loop. I'm in awe. I'm shocked. The death was impactful. So fucking impactful. Rest in peace to fucking Hodor, what a character. Shout out to the actor that played him, and let me again give him his proper due by getting his name right. Christian Nern. Christian Nern? Nern? I'm guessing it's Nern. If I'm pronouncing your name wrong, King, I apologize, because you are fantastic, man. In a very, very unique role that you had to play. But let me move on to what else happened in this episode, because I can just keep talking about this forever. Let's go. Okay, we're gonna start from the beginning. And the beginning is Sansa and Snake having that little conversation. I don't believe that Snake didn't know about Ramsay. I don't. He's way too involved in these people's personal lives, everyone's, to not know anything about the Boltons. Come on. It's not like it's one person in the Bolton family who is like that. It's the fucking Boltons as a whole. It's their whole house. Their fucking sigil. Their whole fucking sigil represents them. Like, and what they do. How he obviously knows that they, at the very least, that they are fucked up in the head. He might didn't know exactly how much. The only benefit of the doubt I can give Snake is that he didn't know specifically Ramsay and how he was the worst of them. Maybe that's the only thing. He didn't know that Ramsay was maybe the worst of them. The worst thing they've ever produced. He was the #1 draft pick. He was the most skilled torturer out of all of them, and the most sick torturer out of all of them in their lineage. That's the only benefit of the doubt I can give him. Yeah, he could play the part. He looked pretty like appalled, I guess, and like sad for her, I guess. But then we can go back in history and see what Snake did to the women that he employed in that brothel of his. So I'm like, you are not that far-fetched. You just can't be the one who does it to people. You're okay with sending them to be done to them, if they're not making you enough money, I guess. But I'm glad that Sansa told him to fuck off as kindly as he could. And that's that on that. I don't know where he plans to go from here. I think he's gonna persist. I didn't like the comment that he made about Jon. Like, how can she have said what she said to you and then you leave her with that? That's the last word you give her? You're trying to do what? Put doubts in your head about Jon? But yeah, we have Jon and her leaving. We're gonna stay with the Starks here because it's been a while since we've had them together. They left and they're gonna start, again, as I was saying, Jon is gonna start following his older brother's footsteps, his slightly older brother's Rob footsteps. And he's gonna start cultivating an army for himself. I hope it goes better than how it went for Rob. I hope that the people that he finds don't betray him. I also hope he honors his promises, and in case he doesn't go and lay in the bed metaphorically with the people he betrays. Never trust anybody in the show if you're a Stark. Never expect the same kindness that you give to people if you're a Stark. Please look at Arya, she's learning. Look at Sansa, she's also learning. The women of the family hopefully are gonna be more equipped to handle what's coming. And finally we get to see Rob freed from the shackles of the Night's Watch. And what does that look like? I hope it means that he's just gonna be out there just going full on revenge mode on these motherfuckers. All of them. As many of the people he can get his hands on that have hurt his family. That includes Pycelle, by the way. Don't think I have forgotten about Pycelle. And don't think I have forgotten about the person who threw the rock at Ned's head too. He needs to die. Although, the more that I watch the show and piecing clues together, it's quite possible that the person that threw the first rock was Pycelle. So even more of a reason for him to be murdered brutally. And if you're asking me, what clues, Greek guy? There are clues there. I saw them. It's not my fault you guys couldn't connect the dots. But it was Pycelle who threw the rock. And he needs to die for it. Amongst many other reasons. But why are we talking about Pycelle when we can transition into the queen of them all and the true chosen one, the true prophesized ruler, is Dany. As I said in the reaction, I was already subscribed. I was the original Red Woman. I might be wearing black now, and I might not be a woman, but I was the original Red Woman. I prophesied Dany's just everything. I prophesied that she's the rightful everything. Everything is rightfully hers. I mean, doesn't it make sense? Who would the Lord of Light back? he would back dragons. Who has dragons? Never mind, who is the fucking mother? The mother of dragons. Dragons are Lord of Light's greatest creation, if you think about it. And Dany is their mother. So, yes, I'm rolling with this, guys. You're not gonna... No, this is what it is. She's the Queen of Light, Mother of Dragons, Breaker of Chains, and 100 other nicknames. The Red Woman that talked to Varys in Tyrion just confirmed my religion, which is Dany. That's my religion in the show. I'm gonna turn into a fanatic now. I'm gonna be a fanatic. I'm gonna be a fanatic when it comes to this shit. You better bow down and listen. Whoever does not abide by the new religion dies, okay? We're gonna burn them all. Look at how easy I am to switch on like my views on like extremist religious beliefs and practices. I'm so fucking phony. I'm so fucking fake, guys. Don't ever listen to anything I say. But I'm gonna be the first one to be sacrificing babies for it. No. Let me stop. Oh, now we might be taking it too far. I better not see any child sacrifices in Dany's name. This is not what Dany stands for. We saw what Dany stands for. We saw it in the scene with Jorah. And like, my god, what a beautiful scene. Man, what a beautiful scene. I don't really get emotional like that. It's not that I don't. It's just like, I don't know what hit me in that scene. It just felt like so cathartic for Jorah. And for Dany. It felt cathartic for both of them. This whole time, Dany, her fucking heart, in her heart, she knew that she cared for Jorah, and her head was like, and her emotions in a lot of ways were like telling her, you can't trust this man after the secret that he hid from you. And it hurts her to her core, specifically because how much she trusted him in the beginning, after everybody else was like, betrayed her trust, as she said early in season 2. When she was speaking to Jorah herself and said that she trusted him though, up until that point, and then her fucking heart was crushed by that. But deep down, she knew that she cared about Jorah, and she wanted him to be telling her the truth when he was telling her that he was gonna do everything for her and that he loved her. But her head was like, no, you can't trust him though. You've trusted so many people and they've all fucked you over. And it hurt her to let him go. But she didn't kill him 2 times when she could have, because she couldn't bear to do that. You could see it when Jorah was fighting in the pits. Like, that was the most fucking confused Dany ever was, bro. Because she gave the clap for the fighting to start, and then in the whole fight she was like, oh no, please don't kill him. I could tell, just from the reactions. And shout out to Emilia Clarke for facial expressions galore, A+. She's the queen of fucking facial expressions, by the way. And that was why it was cathartic for Dany, because that was the moment she truly realized that, like, yes, this man is here. He's telling me the truth. And obviously on the other side, Jorah was having the exact same emotions, just from a different perspective, where it's like, he knows that, like, I have no other purpose in life than Dany right now. But she doesn't realize it. And not only does she not realize it, but she considers me a fucking traitor, and that sucked the soul out of Jorah. That was gonna end him before the fucking illness was gonna end him, if he didn't get this moment. That was the moment that he needed to go and find the fucking cure. He's gonna be the one to find the cure for this shit. Watch. Just so that he can be with Dany again. He didn't need any more motivation than that. He's gonna find the fucking cure now. But like, both their facial expressions in that moment was so good, so good. That scene was so good. Of course, we're gonna have to talk about the White Walkers now, and like, we found out their origin. And again, I don't know how much of this or any of this is inspired or based on anything from books. You guys have told me that it's not. Like, this season is separate. Some of you guys have said that George Martin was kind of involved still up to this point with this. So a lot of this shit probably was things that he had in his mind for the future books and where the characters would go. But yeah, the Children of the Forest creating the White Walkers to begin with makes sense. It tracks. Why? Because from the history and lore we've gathered that the Children of the Forest were like the most OG people to ever live in this planet, this existence. The Children of the Forest were like the original people of everything. So yeah, it makes sense that they would be the one that created the White Walkers too, right? Because it was them, then the First Man, and then with the First Man they created the White Walkers, I assume. They captured the First Man and then they turned them into White Walkers. I hope that those weren't the last Children of the Forest that we just saw die. I remember the direwolves dying, and it just hurts my soul because we now only have Snow's direwolf ghost. But yeah, I like that finally we got the origin story of the White Walkers, and they look like still as menacing as ever. The scene where the army is just crawling on the walls, it wasn't walls anymore, it was just them. That was so terrifying, and so well done. And so, the White Walkers, the actual White Walkers, keep getting punked though. The actual White Walkers, like, they just walk into rooms thinking they're fucking unbeatable, and then out of nowhere they find a new person to kill them. First it was like, that's a fat boy, there's no way. Oh! That was Sam. Then they were like, who is this man that thinks that he can take me with not even fucking dragon glass? And then out of nowhere it was like, huh? And get killed by Jon Snow. And then it was this man, this White Walker, that walked in like he owned the place, and he was like, look at this little frightened girl, what is he gonna And those were 3 White Walkers deaths. And I'm gonna be honest, they're getting punked. They're getting punked left and right. But they do look pretty cool though too. And their leader does look like a fucking Tywin. Why does he look like Tywin? Was that on purpose? Did they use his face, his likeness? Is he CGI by the way, or is that prosthetic makeup? If that's prosthetic makeup, that's fucking A+ prosthetics. How could I forget Arya? That theatrical abomination, just never again, please. That close-up of that guy's dick right in front of my face with no consent, also never again, please. The whole show was horrible. If it's up to me, if I am the many-faced god, I want all of their faces. Just bring me all of them. I'm not satisfied with just the one actress. Just get all of them. Because that show needs to stop hitting the road. I hate it. I hate how they did Tyrion. I hate how they did Ned. I loved how they did Joffrey, I'm gonna be honest. I like how they did Joffrey. They did Joffrey. Out of all the characters, they did Joffrey right. That was literally... They could have just taken the actual Joffrey and he would have acted the exact same way. Kind of. Only even worse. But that was a horrible thing. I can't believe that so many people were laughing. It just shows how shit humor is in that side of the world, I guess. They need to get exposed to some actual good comedy. Yeah, it's interesting. We got some more info on like what the whole cult religion of the many-faced god is. It's kind of like how he said, do like good people not also meet death just as bad people, which is kind of like shows maybe a perspective of like the yin and yang. It's like for this religion and like for the balance to operate, both good and bad need to get killed and sacrificed. I don't know. There's still a lot of things I will need to learn about that place. But yeah, really good episode. The ending alone might make it like my favorite episode of the season. But then we also have last episode's ending and they're like right here. In terms of like impact on me, like this ending was way more. Because we've had epic Dany scenes before. We've had Epicure maybe. Epicure? Epicure? That is definitely not English. But I'm gonna coin the word. We've had Epicure Daenerys scenes before. But that Hodor last revelation blew my mind. Like, and at first I'm like in immense like sadness because we lost Hodor. But like, talk about a fucking insane like idea. But this is it for me, guys. Thank you for joining me in another reaction, and I'll see you all in the next video. Have a good one.